whistle and can uproot the tallest trees. The earth can tremble and can anger the sea. There's nothing bonded Mother Nature can't tear apart, except a bond between two true loving hearts. Oh, I know I'll be the man I'm trying to be, 'cause I feel superhuman when you stand next to me. And all the weary worries of the world wash away each time you turn and look my way. There's nothing more you gotta say. Feeling hits me like the wave crashing from the sea, and I feel naked when you look into me. I stand before you with my soul and my flaws exposed. You touch my hand, but you made love to my soul. Oh, I know I'll be the man I'm trying to be, 'cause I feel superhuman when you stand next to me. And all the weary worries of the world wash away each time you turn and look my way. There's nothing more you gotta say. Take your fire out of the jungle. Take your fire out of the rain. Take your fire out of the rubble and let it burn bright once again. And you'll inspire those that are troubled. You'll inspire those feeling pain. You'll inspire hundreds of journeys when it burns bright once again. I will protect you, so come close and stand here with me. You are so precious and authentic to me. So wise and humble, for your heart forms the words you say. So come take refuge in my love every day. Oh, I know I'll be the man I'm trying to be, 'cause I feel superhuman when you stand next to me. And all the weary worries of the world wash away each time you turn and look my way. Oh, I know I'll be the man I'm trying to be, 'cause I feel superhuman when you stand next to me. And all the weary worries of the world wash away each time you turn and look my way. There's nothing more you gotta say. No, there's nothing more you gotta say.
Nice. I'm your host, Connor Bonello, and you're listening to Studio Red Live. I'm here today in the studio with Nathan Bishop Macdonald. How you doing today, Nathan?
I'm doing just great, thanks.
That's perfect. So, Nathan, I'm really curious. When did you start getting into music?
I've been playing music my whole life, Connor. I can't remember when I started.
So, today you have an acoustic guitar, correct?
Yep.
What was the first instrument you learned?
Oh, I guess it was probably acoustic guitar, actually. I started singing. I think I did my first singing concert when I was like 6, and I started guitar lessons at 7, something like that.
Amazing. 6 years old, really, for your first concert?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's impressive. I also read that you're a songwriter, is that correct?
Yep, that's right, yeah.
What was the first song that you ever wrote called, and what was the meaning behind it?
Oh, my first song. Geez. It's tough to remember. I think that I had one called Tour that I haven't played in years that I wrote. And it was just kind of inside my own head kind of song. You know, you get better with the craft as you go on. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So it was a little angsty, I think, if I recall correctly.
That's brilliant. So what's the next song you're going to be performing for us?
All right, this next one is actually appropriate for this time of year. This one's called Captain for the Crown, and it's all about a lot of soldiers are suffering from things like PTSD and mefloquine sickness, quinine sickness, because of a pill they've had to take over in Afghanistan and other tours. And so I wrote this song for them, all about sort of the things we don't see about Canadian Forces people when they come back. The ones that make it home don't always make it home intact, so it's about that.
All right, well, I can't wait to hear it. Take it away, Nathan.
All right, thanks. Moving again, babe, this time to Alberta. I know it'll hurt ya to pull the kids out of school. Put the house up for sale, guess it's time to start over. That's the life of a soldier. Sun goes up, sun comes down, on a captain for the crown. A captain for the crown. This is no vacation, dark hallucinations. Was it the mefloquine or the PTSD? These terrors at night got me seeing strange sights. My whole world's spinning round. I'm a captain for the crown. Captain for the crown. I'm a captain for the crown. Captain for the crown. The things I've seen and done, they haunt my waking hours. The blood on my hands cannot be cleansed with 1,000 showers. And no, can't take big crowds, bright lights, loud sounds. No, feels like the fight's still going down. For this captain for the crown. I once felt so vital, now I'm suicidal. That damn Larry Young's got my hands feeling numb. There is no escaping, so I'm self-medicating, and my horrors all drown with the captain or the crown. Captain or the crown. I'll drink the captain or the crown. Captain or the crown. I'll drink it down. I'm a captain for the crown. Captain for the crown. I'm a captain for the crown. Captain for the crown. I'm a captain for the crown.
I'm your host, Connor Bonello, and you're listening to Studio Red Live. I'm here in the studio with Nathan Bishop Macdonald. Now, Nathan, you're a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer. So I'm curious, can you give us maybe a rough estimate of how many songs you've possibly written and how many you've produced?
Yeah, I've been writing songs for many years, so I think I have like 56 registered with SoCan, and I probably have another 30 that I haven't put out or recorded at all. Those are songs I've written or co-written with other people. And as far as production, I co-produced one full-length album of my own, and I've produced 4 other albums for clients.
So what type of streaming platforms could we possibly find your music?
Well, you can find me on any of them. I released an album called Lovers, Leavers, and Believers, which is on Spotify, Apple, anywhere, YouTube Music, anywhere you Google Play. It's all everywhere. So, and I'll be putting out new music very soon.
And so what's going to be the next song you'll be performing for us, and what's the significance of it to you?
I'll let you know that in a second, Connor, but I just want to let you know that last song I actually performed with a band in town here as well. It's one of my songs, but I have a band called Finlagan, so I didn't want to move on without shouting them out because we perform live all over the area. But this next song I'm going to do is off my Lovers, Leavers, and Believers album, and it's called Without You.
All right, we'll take it away.
I don't know where I'ma go, but I'ma go there without you. I don't know where I'ma go, but I'ma go there without you. Well, I don't know where I'ma go to rest my weak and weary bones. Said I don't know where I'ma go, but I'ma go there without you. I don't know what I'ma do, but I'ma do it without you. I don't know what I'ma do, but I'ma do it without you. Well, I don't know what I'ma do, but I can't stand the sight of you. Said I don't know what I'ma do, but I'ma do it without you. Without you, I won't feel incomplete. Without you, I finally find my feet. So I pack my things and now I hit the street. Said I don't know where I'ma go, but I'ma go there without you. Every day with you is just the same. I give you my love, but you complain. Don't feel like going round and round again. Don't look for me, I'll be on the next train. And I don't know where I'ma go, but I'ma go there without you. I don't know where I'ma go, but I'ma go there without you. Well, I don't know where I'ma go to rest my weak and weary bones. And I don't know where I'ma go, but I'ma go there without you. Without you, I won't feel incomplete. Without you, when I finally find my feet. So I pack my things and now I hit the street. Said I don't know where I'ma go, but I'ma go there without you. I don't know where I'ma go, but I'ma go there without you. I don't know where I'ma go and I don't know what I'ma do, but I'm gonna tell you that I'm going there without you. Thank you.
I'm your host, Connor Bonello, and you're listening to Studio Red Live. I'm here with Nathan Bishop Macdonald. And Nathan, honestly, that was some amazing guitar work. I don't think I could ever do what you just did there for us. An amazing song. Now, you mentioned Finlaggan. Am I saying that right? It's a local Celtic band. Why
Right.
Celtic?
I grew up in Cape Breton, so I've been around Celtic music my whole life, and it's all good songs as far as I'm concerned. I love music. If it's based on good songs, I'm into it, and that's a tradition that I come from, and not one I feel bound to, but one I certainly pay a lot of homage to, and so I do a lot of that when I'm not doing this.
Nice. So out of all the different genres of music, Celtic being one of those, what is your favorite genre to write music for or sing in general and perform?
Yeah, I don't really feel boxed in. I like great songs. I've written hip hop songs, soul songs, blues songs, folk songs, Celtic songs. To me, it starts with the song, and I'm lucky enough to catch the song. And the best songs, I don't even feel like I wrote. I feel like I just captured the inspiration. And so I try to keep open ears, and I try and stay involved. I mean, in terms of my projects are primarily folk rock and Celtic, so a lot of the songs that I use for my own projects are in those veins. But hey, I'm happy to write songs for other artists as well, and I have a wide catalog of things.
Nice. So you've performed at lots of clubs and festivals. What was the first place you ever performed, and what was your favorite place you ever performed?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, if we're not going to count being 6 years old, singing in a school auditorium, I think my first paid gig was at a little bar in Ottawa called the Cajun Attic on Rideau Street, and I got. It was nice to play. It was a small little place, but I got paid and a meal, and we had a nice little crowd in there, and that was when I realized that I could do that. But to be honest, Connor, the way it all happened was I ended up in Ottawa, and I was trying to find work, and I played music my whole life, but never really thought of it as my career. But I started. I couldn't find work as I was handing out resumes, and so I started busking. And I was busking on the streets in the market of Ottawa, and people started handing me business cards and offering me gigs. And so that's how I got that gig, and a bunch more that followed up shortly thereafter. So from busking to small bars and pubs to festivals and soft seat theaters, I've been lucky to play a lot of places. As far as my favorite place to play, you know, it's really tough call. There's some wonderful festivals. I played Home County Festival in London last summer. That was a fantastic festival, really well run, great people, great volunteers. Had a great time playing Mosaic Multicultural Festival in Regina. Wapiti Festival in BC 2 summers ago was fantastic. Out in the Cranbrook area, that was a wonderful time, and I always love going back to Nova Scotia. The Folk Harbor Festival in Lunenburg's been good. So, I mean, I think folk festivals or soft seat theaters are the most fun.
Amazing. I love to hear it. So, can you tell us a little bit about the next 2 songs you're going to do for us?
Yeah, I'm going to do a song called "Good Intentions," which I co-wrote with a good friend of mine, Greg Riddlin Frankson. And it's all about his breakup with his girlfriend that didn't go so smoothly, and so we wrote that together. And then maybe I'll figure out what I'm going to play last when I'm playing that one. How do you feel about that, Connor?
Oh, do whatever you like. It's your show.
All right, sounds good.
All right, here's Nathan.
Your expectations, but you mistook the truth for lies. Tried to cope with all these constant confrontations. Girl, you should have known that my conscience was clear by the way that I looked in your eyes. But you never did trust my good intentions. By the time that you hear this, I'll be gone. Wow, and all that we have left is and deceptions, 3 pack bags, 2 broken hearts, and 1 sad song. You never should have read my email or tried to steal my mobile phone. You threw a fit if any friends of mine were female. Now look at what happened, I'm off in this cabin. Now you can be jealous alone, 'cause you never did trust my good intentions. By the time that you hear this, I'll be gone. Wow, and all that we have left is accusations and deceptions, 3 pack bags, 2 broken hearts, and 1 sad song. So maybe you'll see that it's a pity, baby. You're thinking of things which might have been. And maybe you'll text me, you'll tell me you love me, you want me to come home, you'll hold me, you'll hug me, but I just can't do that. I can't go through that again. No, no, no. You never did trust my good intentions. By the time that you hear this, I'll be gone. Accusations and deceptions, 2 pack bags, 2 broken hearts, and 1 sad song. You never did trust my good intentions, no. By the time that you hear this, I'll be up and gone and out the door, and all that we have left is accusations and deceptions, 3 pack bags, 2 broken hearts, and 1 sad song. And all that we have left is accusations and deceptions, 3 pack bags, 2 broken hearts, and 1 sad song. And all that we have left is accusations and deceptions, 3 pack bags, 2 broken hearts, and 1 sad song. Hey babe, I see you've been crying. I've been seeing through the stories I told. You say you're through with my lying, and the thought of love is leaving you cold. let's glue it back together. Ooh, glue it back together, we'll fix it somehow. If we glue it back together, ooh, glue it back together, we'll work it all out. Let's glue it back together. The things I'm not proud of in a box with heavy locks and one key. So please don't pry my chest open. You can't break those locks without breaking me. Let's glue it back together. Ooh, ooh. Glue it back together, we'll fix it somehow. If we glue it back together, glue it back together, we'll work it all out. Let's glue it back together. Glue it back together, darling. Let's turn all our wrongs into rights. Glue it back together, cleave together on these cold dark nights. Let's glue it back together. Ooh, ooh. Glue it back together, we'll fix it somehow. If we glue it back together, ooh, ooh. Glue it back together, we'll work it on out. Let's glue it back together. I hear that wise Japanese folk fix their broken hearts with patience and care. Yet let the cracks shine so brightly, for they fix them with a golden repair. And the flaws just add to the beauty, 'cause the perfectly imperfect lives on. So let's mix lacquer with gold dust, fill the void and make a beautiful bond. As we glue it back together, ooh, ooh. Glue it back together, we'll fix it somehow. If we glue it back together, ooh, ooh. Glue it back together, we'll work it on out. If we glue it back together, ooh, ooh. Glue it back together, we'll fix it somehow. If we glue it back together, ooh, ooh. Glue it back together, we'll work it all out. Let's glue it back together.
I'm your host, Connor Bonello, and you're listening to Studio Red Live. I'm here with Nathan Bishop Macdonald. Now, Nathan, you're in the MIA program here at Fanshawe. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's a wonderful program. It's just a great thrill to never stop learning. And the instructors, you know, we have Grammy-nominated instructors. We have instructors who've written top 10 hits. All the instructors have fantastic resumes and wonderful projects under their belt. And so I think it's just a joy to be able to get some mentorship from these very talented and accomplished people.
Do you have any tips or anything that you would like to give to any aspiring musicians or songwriters out there?
Well, you know, I don't know if I'm in a position to do that so much as just to say to people that, you know, you have to find your own voice. You have to find what it is that makes you passionate. If you want to stay in this business, you can't do that copying somebody else that's already big. They already have that person. That person already exists for the market. So if you want to make your place in art, I think you have to find your own way of voicing your true stuff. And if you do that, you're going to keep making music. It's going to keep coming out of you if it's authentically you. I think that's the most important thing. And the other thing is like everything else. It's you got to keep hustling.
Some very wise words from a very wise man. So can you tell us about what this last song that you'll play for us be?
Sure, yeah. This one is is called 4 Cups of Coffee, and it's just all about being on a different schedule from the person you love.
It's brilliant. All right, this was Nathan Bishop Macdonald. Hope you enjoyed the show. Take it away, Nathan.
All right. Trace your fingers down my face, I get lost inside your gaze. 7 a.m. comes so soon, I should really get some rest. You anoint me with your kisses, and it's true that I feel blessed. You anoint me with your kisses, and it's true that I feel blessed. Love me softly, I'll do the best I can. Show me you're my woman, and I'll show you I'm your man. When the sun starts rising and the night has slipped away, 4 cups of coffee and I'll make it through the day. I'll just drink 4 cups of coffee and I'll make it through the day. I know that in the morning I'll be sleeping on the job. The boss man will come calling me back from the land of Nod. I know I need this gig, babe, and I just can't screw it up. Now your breath is short and heavy, I just got to feel your touch. Now your breath is short and heavy, I just got to feel your touch. Love me softly, I'll do the best I can. Show me you're my woman, and I'll show you I'm your man. When the sun starts rising and the night has slipped away, I'll just drink 4 cups of coffee and I'll make it through the day. I get the pot of brewing, won't worry about nothing now, 'cause it's my job to love you, and I'll be tired anyhow. So just love me softly, I'll do the best I can. Show me you're my woman, and I'll show you I'm your man. When the sun starts rising and the night has slipped away, I'll just drink 4 cups of coffee and I'll make it through the day. I'll just drink 4 cups of coffee and I'll make it through the day. Love me softly, I'll do the best I can. Show me you're my woman, and I'll show you I'm your man. When the sun starts rising and the night has slipped away, I'll just drink 4 cups of coffee and I'll make it through the day. I'll just drink 4 cups of coffee and I'll make it through the day. Hey! Thank you.